Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Roland Merullo Field House on the campus of Revere High School. This is Peter DiGiulio and Mike Hinojosa, your buddies from football, doing the first basketball game, one of many, I hope, this year, Mike. I want to thank Bob Dunbar for allowing us to do this and to kick off the season. Revere High School looks quite different this year, Mike. Got a different coach, you got a lot of new players, young players, and I personally am looking forward to a good season.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right out on the line right now, Peter, and call for 15 wins.
Well,
that's me,
Mike. I know that's you, but we got to wait and see how they go. They are young, and that's
Yep.
Maritza Scott is a transfer from Salem. She's a junior. She's described to me as a slasher who could play great defense, but just like anything else, she gets the ball, and in the first second of the game, she travels.
That was a great play by Allie on the ground to get it off to Tiffany.
And now Maritza Scott's going to go for the free throw line. Mike, much like football, we're always talking about turnovers. In basketball, they can put you away too, you know.
Peter, that's always the Achilles heel in everything,
any sport,
but
really,
you know. But now it's 1-1 in turnovers.
Yep.
Wow.
Rainbow job.
I like that.
I just learned to know her. I've taught all these kids, but here's a transfer, comes in as a junior. I understand that she's meshed really well with the other kids because it's a social thing.
Yep.
Especially, in high school.
Well, Peter, she's going to be an impact player on the defensive end. I mean, wait till you see her really get at it, and she gets at the basketball.
She didn't call back, boy.
No, but hey, they all count.
2-0 Revere.
First 2 points of the season.
Okay, Revere has some size along the baseline.
Well, that might have been a travel.
Yeah. This comes Scott. Scott gets the ball up to Hector. Down to Hector in the corner of the alley. Back to Hector.
Yep.
Hector gets it over to Scott again, and she travels again, Mike.
Yep. She's a slasher, Peter. They got to get the ball to her going to the basket at all times.
Lynn Classical coughs up the ball, and there's another
travel. Wow.
Maybe we should have brought some pedometers tonight, Mike. I got a few on my bureau at home. But hey, you know something? Opening night jitters, get rid of them and stop playing. That's all. Classical gets it inbounds. Raise it up and in. It's 2-2, Mike. That was number 12, Shanice Hill. Michael, I understand that the Northeast Conference is down a little this year, and that bodes well for us because we get a lot of young players. That's Megan Gotham in the middle. She's on the floor. Hey, listen, we'll talk more about Diana DeCristoforo being back as the coach. The last time she coached here, she was 21-0. 1,000-point scorer here. Great player on the floor and a great coach. And it looks like her team is reflecting her. Looks like her team is reflecting her attitude, Mike. They've been on the floor 4 times already, and there's only.
And she's gonna demand it, Peter, that they get on the floor.
Absolutely.
And it's no nonsense. If you don't, you just sit right next to her. That's all.
Jada Santos is at the free throw line for Classical.
And how's a swing and a miss, Peter? We got a nice crowd here for opening night, Peter. I think everybody's excited about this season.
Oh, I think so too. Santos misses both free throws. Here comes Scott. Scott to Adana Hector. Hector underneath. Feed the post, baby. Feed the post.
Yep.
Tiffany Harris, Captain Tiffany Harris, the only senior on the team, comes down with the rebound. And she is going to go to the free throw line. we're looking for Tiffany to step up as a senior and a leader because she's played in anonymity the last couple of years, Mike.
Yeah, well, again, it's knowing how to use her and what her strengths are. But the truth of a matter of fact is that she's a beast on the boards.
Yes, she is. Yep.
I mean, she acts like that ball is hers. Like she saved.
And she needs to do that. She misses both free throws. Gotham.
Yeah, that's going to be Revere ball.
Wow, I noticed a lot more hustle out of Gotham than I did last year. You have to have her in there, Mike. You can't. The old saying is you can't coach height.
Yep.
Okay, Donna looking to get it in. She gets it into Harris. Harris throws up a running right-hander. She throws up a second one. She saves the ball into Gotham.
That's a double dribble. Yeah. Allie sat there wide open on the wing. Yeah. And that's going to be a little... That's going to be a little bit of a problem this year.
Steal by Gotham.
And another turnover.
Away. That's 5 turnovers, Mike, in less than 5 minutes.
Yep, and Maritza's got 3 of them.
Yep. And there's a more or less a turnover coming out fouling. Yep. Hey, like I said, opening night jitters. These girls are just learning how to play together, Tapped out of bounds by Harris. Getting back to Diana, back on the sidelines. Great guidance counselor at the high school, knows every kid, knows their personalities, knows their psyches. I think I was so happy to hear that she was back. Pounded inside. Thought the was going to be green ball. Pete DiGiulio, Mike Hinojosa.
And our new cameraman.
Johnny Camerata on camera.
Thank you, Johnny, for donating your time.
Exactly. Hector hustles down, throws it up, no good. Rebound by Hinojosa. It's going to be Revere ball. Hector to put the ball in. They're in a stack underneath the...
Yep, another foul.
Underneath to Harris. She gets fouled by number 15, the senior, Heidi Milhelm. Tiff taking her 3rd free throw. She's yet to make one. Revere's missed 4 free throws so far.
And that won't sit well with Diana.
Still 2-2. Finally makes one. Revere takes a 1-point lead. Oh, that's a double dribble.
Yep.
That's a junior, Shanice Hill. Scott takes the ball in. Over to Hector. Hector to Hinojosa. Hinojosa to Hector. Back to Hinojosa. That's her shot. Bing.
Nope. Sorry.
Scott throws up the lefty. She misses. Megan Gotham gets fouled. That's going to be the 4th foul on Salem. Revere might be in the bonus before you know it. Megan Gotham at the line, shooting 2. Mike, it's good to be in a place where it's warm, huh? We froze our butts off this winter at the Revere football games. Gotham sinks a free throw. Revere's up 4-2. She misses the second. Classical rebound and run, R&R. The exchange out top. Scott broke down at the top of the key.
Yep.
That foul's going to be on Gotham. She has to go straight up. She can't move her hands at all.
No, she does that. I've reffed quite a few of her games in the past, and she likes to pull that arm down.
Well, she goes for the block all the time because of her height. She just has to put her hands up and is going to alter the shot. Okay. Number 15 at the line, Milhem. She's a senior. She's the captain. She makes them both, Mike.
We got a tie game.
Comes Hector. She gets it over half court. She goes out to Scott. Scott dribbles to the left, carries it, and doesn't get called. Over to Allie. Hinojosa. Tough pass by Tiff. Over to Hector. She throws
Nice
it up,
move,
and it's good. Donna Hector has her first 2 points of the season. It's 6-4. Well, trap her in the corner. Dribbles the ball
That's
out
a great
of
D.
bounds.
Another turnover caused by this press.
Go, girl.
Swing, swing. Bang, bang.
Over to Scott. Scott throws the rainbow.
Oh, that's
That
going to be
foul's on
Megan Gotham.
That's going to be the second foul on Gotham. And I'm interested to see. Well, she'll probably bring in. She brings in the freshman, Valentina Pepe. I thought she might bring in the Chiva girl. Now you got a freshman in the post. Defense. And Pamela Gonzalez makes her first appearance. She's a freshman. So Diana has 2 freshmen on the floor right now, Mike. She said to me earlier this year, I'm not going to pick anybody for the varsity team that's not going to play. So she plans on playing everybody. Gotham has 2 fouls. Valentina Pepek, ninth grader, scored 1 million points on a middle school team last year. They just kept pounding it into her. But in high school, she's an ordinary size. Top of the key. Nothing. Rebound by Gonzalez. Hector's on the floor. They're on the floor. Oh, they call it travel. Harris had a chokehold on her on the floor. Timeout, Revere.
Okay, well, everything's okay so far. I mean, it's
6-6. Everybody's getting their feel in it.
Yep.
You know? Everybody's feeling each other out. She's not afraid to play young kids. Support. Support your team. Visit the concession stand. Hot coffee, hot chocolate, and lots of goodies. So you got 2 freshmen, 2 juniors, and a senior out there. She's only carrying 10 kids on the bench, 9 tonight.
Yeah, Natasha Icavello is a little sore.
Is she injured?
She hurt her knee.
Oh, did she? Diana was never heavy on carrying baggage. You know, she's not going to carry kids that she's not going to play. You know. Sat right in this chair, Mike, when they lost to Lincoln Sudbury after winning their first 21 games of the season.
Yep.
And they were ahead by 12 at halftime. Disappointing. Diana went off to Salem State and realized that it wasn't for her. And I'm glad she's back.
Yeah, I think everybody is, Peter.
Yeah, I'm glad she's back. Okay, it's not sloppy game so far by both teams, Mike. 6-6. Adana gets it over to Scott. Scott gets it underneath to Tiff. Tiff goes over to Gonzalez out to Hector. She already has a basket. She floats it up, and that one's.
Oh.
I thought that was going to go. Rebound by Classical. They look to be evenly matched teams, Mike. Not just by the score, but both teams hustle. 12 goes up with a lefty hook. It's run down by Milham. Milham's causing some mayhem. Here comes Adana. Oh, that was a travel.
Oh, I think so. I think.
Out to Valentina Pepic. She turns and puts up the first shot of her high school career. She's going to shoot 2. I tell you, Valentina was a very, very good free throw shooter. I hope I'm not giving her the kiss of death on the middle school team last year and in the traveling programs that she was in.
Yeah. It's her first point of her career.
I'm glad she didn't make a layer out of me. Into the game is junior Trisha Cheever. Gets her first action.
Oh, great rebound and almost a lefty
Valentina
layup.
misses the second.
Revere's got the lead, 7-6.
Yep. There's Scott with that stifling defense. Salem coach looking for a consonant. It's timeout Salem.
Yep, I don't think he called it. Somebody called timeout.
7-6, 2:22 left in the first quarter. Mike, I think it's going to be an exciting season. You got a bunch of young kids eager to play every game. And a coach that certainly knows what she's doing.
Yeah, things will be fine.
You know,
Things will be just fine.
I see Peter DiCarlo over there, baby. Peter's daughter Logan was captain of last year's team. He looks much more relaxed without a horse in the race.
Yeah, he used to pace up a few sidelines, didn't he?
Oh my God, put a pedometer on him. Okay, they're looking for the buzzer for Salem to come out. Both teams working the kinks out a little bit in this first quarter. 7-6. Revere's ahead. Believe it or not, the Lynn Classical's coach name is Tom Sawyer, and he's working the ref over there pretty good.
Well, I don't think he called timeout. I think that's what he was saying. Somebody on the bench called a timeout.
It's a 30-second violation. Coming out of the timeout, Mike, they only had 15 seconds on the clock. Go, girls, work it. Gonzalez pulls up shot on the jumper. Oh, that was a travel, Mike. The basket was by number 13, Sonita Shrey. Harris is going to come back in for Pepic. The thing about Pepic last year, Mike, was she wasn't strong.
Yeah, she's a freshman.
She couldn't hold on to the ball, even though she's a big girl. She's not a strong girl. You know, she got the ball ripped from her many times last year. Hey, Classical gets the ball in. That's number 23, and it gets rejected out of bounds by Tiffany Harris. A lot of good communication on defense, Mike.
Yep. That 1-3-1 seems to be working very well.
It's going to be classical ball.
Yep.
Revere's not shy about tying people up, Mike.
Go defense.
That's a good sign that they're not afraid. Bounce pass inbounds to number 44. Loses the ball in the middle. Here comes Hector. Hector gets the ball underneath to Scott. Scott hits the back of the backboard, and Tiffany Harris is going to go to the line for
Again.
2.
Make it count now.
That's the 6th foul, I believe, on Classical. Revere will be in the bonus in the first quarter. On the next foul. Here comes Tiff. She's 1 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. 1 for 5. Mike, I think we mentioned this the last time we worked together. You can look in the newspaper in the pros, in the college, and in high school. They don't give the box score. But a lot of times teams lose by less points than free throws that they missed.
Oh, there's...
You know, I mean, so...
All right, well, we got 8-8 now.
Yep, Tiffany's 2 for 6 from the free throw line. It's tied at 8. 1 minute and a quarter. Scoring is at a premium, Mike.
Yeah.
8-8. 45 seconds left in the quarter. Hector gets it to Tiffany. Tiffany back to Scott. Scott throws the rainbow.
Wow. Where did that hit?
Might have hit the 30-second clock for God's sakes. She puts it up there, man. Okay, 32 seconds left. Pamela Gonzalez gets it in. Over to Adana. Gonzalez tries to force it into the middle. She gets the ball, steals it back. She's gonna go in. She's left-handed, Mike. Get your nerves. Get some nerves out there, Mike. 12.4 seconds left in the first half. We missed a lot of bunnies, missed a lot of free throws. Just settle down and they're better than this team.
Go defense.
Stolen by Maritza Scott. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
You got to look at the clock, Mike. You got to know how many seconds are. If you're going to be the point guard on a team, or if you're going to be one of the guards, and Diana's letting her know about it right now, you got to be aware of how much time is on the clock. Okay, Tatiana Corviello's back is in the game. She's giving Hector a breather. She's a freshman.
Yep. Now we got Allie back in the game too.
Yep. Allie comes up short.
That's good.
That's Pamela Gonzalez with her first 2 points. 10-8 Revere. That was kicked around. Gonzalez moving the ball up.
Swing.
She's got a look.
Ay, ay, ay.
Tiffany goes up. Comes Scott. No good. Comes out to Ali Hinojosa. Over to Aya Corviello. Tries to lay the ball off. Too many green shirts were there.
Yeah.
Oh, bad pass. That's a travel, but she got away with it.
Other side.
Aya Corviello, that one-handed pass.
And she's a scorer. This girl, Pamela, is a scorer.
She's lefty. She's a lefty, and she knows how to use it. Timeout, Salem. It's 12-8 Revere.
I didn't think there were any more 30-second timeouts in high school.
That one-handed pass by Aya Corviello irks me. It really does. It irks me. I've seen her play in middle school. I've seen her play.
What?
360s, 230s.
I thought they were all gone. I thought they were all fulls now. Matter.
Go, girl.
Really?
We're discussing timeouts. Mike, is that 5 a game?
It's 5.5, and they're saying 3 fulls and 2 30s. But I thought they got rid of all the 30s. I thought everything was a full now.
No, but there's 10 timeouts in basketball, too.
Oh.
Lynn Classical has misfired.
Other side. Oh, I'm yelling.
Goes up a clanger. Tiffany comes out with it.
And there goes Pamela finishing up the board.
Oh, that's Pamela. Pamela Gonzalez. She has 6 points. I think Revere's starting to get into it a little bit, Mike.
Yeah.
They're starting to feel comfortable on the floor with each other.
Girls, keep it up.
Keep letting it go.
One-handed pass. There's a travel.
Be up now.
I forgot I'm announcing, Peter. I think I was starting to coach there for a second, so.
I was going to say, why don't you put on a wig? Be one of her assistants.
Sorry.
You're going to do this all year, Mike.
I
Sit
know.
back and relax. Bounce pass inside. Throws it over. The cow went over the moon.
Yep, and that's going to be one-on-one.
Rip.
It's going to be 1-on-1 and going to the line. Tiffany Harris. Yep. This will be her 8th and 9th free throw. 9th and 10th.
The 7th and 8th.
7th and 8th. Free throw of the night.
Really? They brought a... Oh, it's one-on-one. That's why they brought the sub in.
That's right, it is 1-on-1. She dips, she shoots. She makes
All right. Oh, that's 3 of 7.
Get another one.
15-8. Revere's up by 7.
Now that's how you open up a half, Pete. I mean, open up a quarter.
Yep. I didn't realize they were up by that much. Before you knew it, you blinked. She misses the second. Classical bumps it around. And Revere's going to have the ball out of bounds. Hey, Carviello, bring the ball in.
Finish it right here.
Mike, they're in the box.
Yep. Another assist. Layup.
Good finish.
17-8.
Tati, beat it up.
That was Tiff. Tiffany Harris. Number 12 beats out Carviello down the floor. Classical's long on all their shots, Mike.
Yeah.
They haven't pulled up shot at all yet.
Come on, girls, better passes.
Pamela's got those long arms and speed. Here comes Scott. That's her first 2 points.
Good job, Maritza.
Revere's opened up an 11-point lead, Mike.
Beat up, Maritza, beat up.
Ah.
Over to Harris. Unloads a 3. Comes up a little bit long.
Beat up, Tati, beat up.
Here comes Classical all around the back. Never a good idea.
Run.
Harris is going to go back to the free throw line, shooting 1-1. 19-8 Revere. Classical hasn't scored this quarter, Mike. It was 8-8 at the break. Here comes Tiff. She's going to be shooting her 9th free throw of the night. She makes it.
Yeah. That's 4 of 9. Another shot to get back to 500.
4:44.
Go, Tiff. Make it count.
Hector back in the game. Gotham over everybody. Gotham's 6 inches taller than any classical player on the floor.
Good finish, Megan.
22-8. Gotham gets slapped in the face. Iacoviello gets it over to Hector. She's going to throw up a 3. She's going to make it. It's a 3-pointer for Tatiana Iacoviello.
The first one of the year.
Her first points, and it's 25-8. Blocked by Iacoviello, picked up by Hector. She's going to get on. It's out of bounds. Classical ball. You watch a Revere TV, your source for everything you want. And tonight we have basketball. Peter DiGiulio, Mike Hinojosa, and Johnny Camerata working the camera.
Oh, defense.
Here we go.
Rip. Come on, get up.
Nice pass by
Those are great.
Iacoviello. That's 3 assists for her.
What?
27-8.
Trap it. Trap it.
There's Tiffany. Iacoviello with the ball at the top of the key. She shoves it out to Hector. Hector throws up a 3-pointer and misses. Tiffany grabs the rebound back out to the top of the key. Not a good pass.
Oh, rebounded.
Chiva travels.
Oh, Peter, they're up 19-0 in the half.
Yes, on the quarter.
In the quarter, I'm sorry. This quarter, it was 8-8.
I mean, they've been playing great defense, but Lynn Classical can't shoot, can't put the ball in the ocean. Here they come. Number 12 brings it up.
Get up.
That's Shanice Hill. It's open underneath. She puts it in. That's their first point of the second quarter, Mike.
I spoke too soon.
27-10. Revere comfortably in front. Hector gets it over to Iacoviello. Back to Hector. Back to Iacoviello. She's going to throw up another 3. Classical ball.
Follow all them shots, Tiff.
Gotham comes out. Freshman Pepic in the game. Rebound by Tiff. Tiff brings it up, gives it over to her guard. Gets it over to Hector. Hector back out top to Tatiana. That fouls on Trisha Cheever.
Go, defense.
27-10, 121 left and a half, Mike. Maritza Scott back in for Carviello.
No free shots, girls.
Pepic's first block of the game, it looked like.
Yep, Shiva with the rebound. Up with a Scott. Scott lays it in.
Good pass, good finish.
29-10. Revere passes the ball very well, Mike.
The scoring has been very balanced tonight.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think anybody has more than 6 points. I think Pamela has 6 points. Maritza Scott takes the ball in, gives it to Hector. Hector brings it over half. Trisha Chiva tries to bounce it underneath to Tiffany Harris and throws it out of bounds. So, they're up by 19, but they must have close to 10 turnovers, Mike.
Yep.
All right.
Go, keep moving.
Revere just extending the zone. Number 12 puts it up off the back of the rim. Scott ties her up.
Yep.
It's going to be Revere ball.
Pressure for everything, girls.
Coming up on 20 seconds left in the quarter, Mike, and this was an impressive second period by the Patriots. It's inside.
Yep.
Tiffany comes down with an elbow right in the head of one of the classical players.
Right.
She's going to end up going to the line for her 11th and 12th free throws of the first half.
She has 4 of 10.
That's LeBron Jamesian. 16 seconds. Tiffany throws it up and in. She's 5 for 11. Nice even numbers there, Mike. 30-10. Makes the second, 31-10.
6 of 12, gets to 50%.
Put up to 50%.
Beat up, 15.
13, 12, 10 seconds left in the quarter.
Freeze.
It's in.
Oh. At least she got that one off.
Like 23 points in the second quarter for Revere, 2 for Lynn Classical. And at the half of the first game of the 2014-2015 season, it's Revere 31-10. What are you thinking?
Oh, Peter, this looks great right now. I mean, I love the energy on defense to hold the team to 10 points at the half. 2 in that quarter. I mean, that's pretty good. That's some good basketball.
Yeah, I mean,
Scoring's been balanced.
it has been balanced. You got a lot of people that like to go to the basket, you know.
I mean, we know Tiffany shot 12 free throws, so.
Our freshmen are playing well. And Diana's got it cooking a little bit.
That's it.
Hey, we're going to go away for a couple of minutes. It's 31-10. Revere at the half. And we'll be back.
We'll be right back.
Okay, we're back. The second half action. Revere's up 31-10. If you missed it, they outscored Classical 23-2 in the second quarter. It was a close game until the second quarter.
Yeah, it was 8-8 after the first.
We got Ali Hinojosa, Tatiana Carviello, Pam Gonzalez, Tiffany Harris, and Maritza Scott in the game to start the second half. Classical throws the ball away because of close defense on the part of Revere.
Oh, they're going to try to press them now. They're going to try to do something a little different.
Scott looks to take the ball, gets it into Tiffany.
And she can just bring it up herself. They're now in man.
Tiffany throws up a 15-footer. That's Maritza Scott.
What a nice addition defensively. She's going to add
Yeah,
some
I
points.
mean, we don't usually get transfers that can play, especially on the boys' team. But she's a welcome sight. Too bad we don't have her for 4 years, but at least we have her for 2. 3-point play. No,
Good job, Maritza.
And the rainbow falls.
34-10. Yeah, she's got a rainbow shot.
Down low, get down low. Use your feet.
Fouls on Iacoviello. Gotta play with your feet, Mike. Play
Yep.
defense with your feet.
Well, that's the point of emphasis this year, Peter. Is that reaching, the hand checking. It was a point of emphasis last year, but
You gotta stay with her. You gotta stay with her.
and we got to ball it up.
You know, uncharacteristically, this classical team is so undisciplined and not really good. It's going to be green ball.
Go, White.
34-10.
D up. D up.
Forces the ball, but gets it where she wanted it to go. There's a 3-pointer, it's short. Tiffany kicks the ball around. Classical gets the ball back, overshoots the basket for about the 20th time in this game. One-arm pass. by Iacoviello. Rebound by Pamela. She gets it stolen. Fouls on Iacoviello. That's her second.
Head up, girls. Head up.
Second on the team. Launches a three. No good. Tiffany Harris pulls it down with authority, Mike. She carries the ball.
Wow. How many turnovers in the first minute and a half
They
there?
have
A lot for the game, too, but
34 to 10, but up by 24, but they have more turnovers that I'm sure Diane is going to be happy with. Underneath, nice move, nice pass. Classical can't get the ball to fall. They got 10 points first 2.5 quarters. It's number 12, Shanice Hill. She's a junior. She's at the line shooting two. I don't remember Classical shooting a free throw to this point.
you could be right, Peter. That might be their first one.
They only have 10 points. I don't remember any of them being free throws. Okay. She makes it 34 to 11.
And the passes.
It's going to be Revere ball. Here comes Adana Hector. She's going to come in for Iacoviello with 2 fouls. Megan Gotham has 2 fouls. She checks in for
Go, girls.
Scott.
Make something happen.
And now Revere gets big. Gotham spreads out, heads out to the basket. Adana Hector gives it underneath to Allie Hinojosa with her first basket of the night.
It's about time. Makes me feel a little better, Peter.
It's going to be 36-11. It's been a long season, Mike.
Yeah. Watch him back.
Oh, that's a nice move by Shanice Hill.
Yep.
Here comes Hector. Hector goes from right to left.
They're a man to man.
Go, Tip. Post her up.
Passes Tip, gets it over to Gotham. Gotham can't hold on to the ball. They're going to tie her up.
Kid, stay with me.
Revere ball.
Out to Allie. She throws up the 3. Back rims it.
Go, follow them.
Comes Hector.
Yeah.
Underneath to Gotham. Gotham just shovels it in. 38 to 13, Mike. This is a blowout. Confidence builder for the young players. Allie Hinojosa steals the ball. She's going to go in from the right side. She gets belted. Thought it might be intentional, but
Yeah. Did she go for the ball?
I'm not sure she did. Allie's going to be at the line shooting too.
That's long.
One.
Well, Diana will definitely be talking to them about free throws and probably part of their
Revere's
practice
probably
tomorrow.
shot. Allie makes the second. 39-13.
Let's D up. Tough D, girls.
All three teams have blown out their opponent tonight. It's going to be timeout classical. The freshman team won by 40. The JV team won by a bunch. And the varsity team is pouring it on. You're watching Revere TV. Peter D, Michael Hinojosa, Johnny Camerata on camera. It's good to get off on this kind of start, Mike, on the right foot.
Well, I just think it will ease some of the pain.
Now on Friday,
or
where
I
do
say
they
pain.
play?
That's a great question, Peter. I don't know where I am tomorrow. Me myself.
You don't know where they're playing Friday? I don't know either. Really.
I don't know.
Okay, Lynn Classical putting the ball in bounds. Mike, they have constantly and consistently overshot the basket all night long. Donna Hector
Ahead of the field.
holds loose.
Good pass. Good finish, Adana.
She has 4 or 5 points. I mean, everybody
Yep.
has 4 or 5 points.
No free shots, girls.
That's nice ball movement by Classical, but they couldn't do anything with it. Gotham throws the ball into the backcourt
Like that.
carelessly. 4:12 left in the third quarter.
Don't let her get no shots, girls.
It's long again. Tiffany Harris. The foul might be on Megan Gotham. That's going to be her third. Nope. It's on Pamela Gonzalez.
It's going to be underneath.
And it's on the floor. Here's a three-pointer. Overshot.
Nice pass.
Donna Hector ahead of the game. Gets blocked out of bounds by number 12, Shanice Hill. 28-point Revere lead.
Get it in.
It's a 5-point. That's a 5-second count.
Turn around.
You got to get the ball in bounds, Mike, in order to play.
Yep.
Turn and call timeout. Lynn Classical is not a good team, Mike. Talk about opening game jitters at the beginning, but
Yep.
it's the third quarter and they're still just playing very poorly. Harris over to Gotham. Gotham underneath to underneath to Pamela Gonzalez. She's a freshman. She's going to go to the line and shoot 2.
See, now, watching them in man, Peter, this year, I mean, that was a well-designed play. Just took a little time to develop, but they
Yep.
had 2 options. You had Allie popping out at the end, and then you get a girl driving. They didn't do that at all last year.
Pamela sinks the free throw. Revere's up by 29, Mike. By 30.
30.
Oh, man, Mike. Saves it into Pamela Gonzalez. got a lot of floor in front of her. Gets it over to Hector. Hector over to Hallie. 3-point shot. Long. Gonzalez shot gets blocked. That's an offensive foul on number 5. Jada Santos. Adana takes the offensive foul.
Help out, help out.
And things continue to get worse for Classical.
Help out. Girls, up. Girls, come on.
They left it. They hung Allie out to dry on that out of bounds play. She only had one person in front of her.
Yeah, she could have got the streaking girl.
Yeah.
Shot.
Hector makes the first.
Shot it, Donna.
Revere's up by
Get another
39.
one.
29. Hector misses the second.
Go, girls, deal.
Classical comes down with the rebound. It's going to be on Iacoviola. That's her third. She keeps reaching, Mike.
Yeah, well, that's a. Well, you're a
That's
freshman,
a normal
you'll learn.
tendency. Yep. Classical gets the ball in.
Good job, Trish.
Classical must be shooting less than 15%.
Let it, Donna.
2:23 left in the third quarter. Revere's up by 29. That's 3 for Pamela Gonzalez. She's probably leading scorer tonight, Mike. She has 11 or 12 points.
Peter, we'll be saying she's going to be leading scorer on a lot of nights, Peter. She's just a pure shooter and scorer.
Oh, should have went right up with it.
Valentina Pepe. The Bosnian Flash. I think everybody's been in the game has scored, Mike.
Yeah?
Classical scored 9 points in 2 quarters.
Go,
It's a
girls,
minute
work it.
27 left in the third quarter. It was 8-8 at the end of the first quarter. They only have 17. Trisha makes the book. Trisha Cheevan. I believe everybody that's been in the game has scored, Mike.
That's how you want it. Contributors and balance.
Pepe goes after the balls. I think everybody's got equal playing time too, Mike. From one end of the bench to the other.
Yep.
Tell you, Gonzalez can play.
Yeah. Oh.
Play defense. He's got
Yep.
long arms.
Go, girls.
Pepe makes a nice move, goes up, overshoots it.
Hustle back, Val.
Classical finally makes something happen. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Throws it up before the buzzer. So, Mike, they scored 20 points in the third quarter, 23 points in the second quarter.
It's a lot of scoring.
They got a 32-point lead against the Lynn Classical team. They came in untested. I mean, usually Classical's pretty good, but Revere just, I think it's safe to say that Diana's back.
Emphatically.
Man, Diana is back. Her team's running and gunning and passing and shooting
and putting a thumping on a team.
Doing all the good things that you want to do. And that's the way she was in her 21-0 season, 20-0 during the regular season. She thumped. The only difference I see in her coaching is she's using more players.
Right.
That was her downfall at the end of the season. That was her downfall at the end of the season, that season, is that her kids got worn out.
Well, it was that fourth quarter against Lincoln Sudbury.
Yeah,
that
but she played 5 or 6 kids the whole year, and they were just, Sudbury was pressing their eyeballs out, and they just couldn't stand it anymore. It was just fatigue. That's ancient history, Mike. We look like we got a gem here. Tiffany Harris gets it over to Adana Hector.
No, good rip.
Adana brings the ball up with more confidence than I've ever seen her have.
Work it back in there.
Classical's a little aggressive.
Wow.
Number 12 tracks the ball down.
Girls, don't let them take no open shots. You know they're looking to shoot.
Hector steals the
That's how
ball.
you stay with it, Donna.
Gets it underneath the Scott. Scott gets fouled going up. Scott looks a little frustrated. She's only had 1 basket tonight. It's not a night that we need her to score.
Nope.
Being up by 32.
But I don't think that's going to be her job, Peter. I don't think we're going to expect her to score 15 a night. You know, we want her to play great defense, control the other guard. You know,
Let's get one.
And not hit any air conditioning down for the free throws. Number 40, Mariah Chandler, checks in for Classical. Maritza misses the second. And a violation on Green. She's going to get a 3rd shot, Mike. You're watching Revere TV.
Yep.
Your source in this city for anything you want. Tonight you're seeing the girls basketball, and you'll see more games this year with Mike and I. Nope, it wasn't a violation.
Yep. Green stepped in first and then White.
So it goes by possession.
Well, it goes by who violated first.
Go, girls.
So,
Revere gets the ball into their own basket.
Come on, Nate.
Mike, there were 3 options on that inbounds play, and they all.
yep. We got a wide open layup for Tiffany. That may have been her Achilles her whole career. She's missed quite a few layups.
Easy shots. Comes Allie. She's going to take it home herself. She gets fouled, but there's no call. Gets blocked out of bounds. You're not getting a lot of calls. You're up by 32.
No. I don't know if she got fouled, though. She could have stopped and
I heard
jumped.
the slap. Goes over to Adana.
Good job, Donna.
Takes the ball to the hole.
It's nice. The offense is flowing great, Peter. You know,
53 to 19.
Allie doesn't have the shot, passes it up, then you get another rotation.
Hustle,
Nice,
good job.
nice play by Tiff. Good hustle by Tiff. They're doubling Scott. Allie throws it up. Clangs.
All right, girls, no cheap fouls.
It's on Adana.
It's only her first, maybe. I see a little frustration on Allie's face. She hasn't got one to drop tonight.
Long season. I'm thinking about how
Go, hands up.
I'm looking forward to see this team play against the team that can play. The offense is flowing well because
that was too easy.
Because Classical isn't very good at all.
D up, D up.
They will be tested this season at some point. But tonight, it's a cakewalk.
Yep.
Fouls on Harris. Number 15 at the line for Salem, Heidi Wilhelm.
Well, coach can have a seat and relax. It's a 36-point lead, 35-point lead.
Classical's only scored 12 points in the second half, Mike. Tiff gets it out.
Oh, it's a travel.
Scott throws an errant pass.
Go, girls, D up. Let's get a steal here.
Tyara Horton checks in for Classical. I think that's her first time in the game. Dribble behind your back and then dribble off your foot. Not a good idea. Allie tries to throw it up. Classical's out of bounds.
Good job, good job. Heads up.
Frequent substitutions by by Coach DeCristofaro.
Now get all the freshmen playing together.
Yep.
Oh, don't travel.
You get the luxury of being up by 35. You can play all your freshmen.
That's it.
Make it count, Trish.
The freshmen have played well.
Good shot, Trish.
Trisha Chivas sinks a free throw.
Another one.
56-20.
Maritza, look behind you.
Trisha Chiva makes both.
Come on, girls. Defense, defense.
Good job, 15. 15.
Chiva comes back and
Hey, good team.
blocks the pass. Classical ball in bounds. It's a low-key game, Mike. I feel like we haven't been excited. We haven't been excited at a blowout. Not much to go crazy about. Just consistent basketball by Revere. 59-20. Timeout. Lynn.
I think that was Revere.
All right. On the verge of a 40-point lead, Mike.
Well, not much else to say,
What
Peter.
can you say? I mean,
Well,
like I said,
and
we
considering that it was 8-8 after the
it's
first
like
quarter.
it's not like we're not excited about the way the game went, but it's the flow of the game. It's a boring flow. It's a Scott at the line.
Go, Maritza.
Rainbow. Around the rim and out. Valentina Pepic knocks the ball out of bounds, and here comes Classical. 39-point lead for Revere.
Go, girls.
4:38 left in the game. Lynn gets it over the line. Revere still pressing a little bit. Rebound by Pamela Gonzalez. Gets it back out to Iacoviello, back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets it underneath to Scott. Scott puts it up, hits the rim. No good. Fights for the rebound, and it's going to be out of bounds off Revere.
Classical ball.
3:54 left in the game. Revere up by a bunch.
Dude, I gotta tell you, I think they turned the heat off because they want people out of here early tonight. It is cold.
We're right underneath.
Go up, Tati.
Revere just gets it up, rebound and run, rebound and run. That's what you want if you got a team that can do that. 59-20. Impressive start for the Revere Lady Patriots.
Yeah.
Impressive start to the season. Hopefully a harbinger of good things to come. She went back court with that.
Yep.
Scott steals it away from her, goes up, misses. Going to be a foul on Classical. Revere going to the line.
Again, you'd rather have the back court than to give the other person the ball. So
Maritza Rainbow. Just continue to be aggressive. And that's what they have to do. Catch and shoot by Valentina. Revere's up by 41. So keep running the floor, Mike. Diana calls a timeout.
yeah, I think just to get a sub in. I think Maritza needed one. Yeah. And Maritza just knocked all the cups down.
She's not going to tell her to slow down. She's not going to tell anybody to slow down. That's not Diana's way.
No.
She doesn't want to rub it in either.
No, Diana wants everybody to know that Revere is back and she's back. And nothing better than a
whooping.
A 50-point whooping.
It's in the corner. Tatiana's in the corner. She's going to launch it. No. Here she is. She launches an air ball. I think she's played well.
Who?
Tatiana's played pretty well tonight.
Yeah, like you said, those baseball passes, although that last one worked like a dream.
Yeah,
but again, freshmen are going to turn the ball over. I mean, that's what they do. I mean, that's not, you know, and you happen to have the luxury of a 50-point, 43-point lead, right?
Classical gets it in. Street ball, Mike.
Nice, Valentina.
Pepper gets 8 or 10 points. 65-20. Classical has scored, Mike, 12 points in the last 3 quarters. 14. Underneath the Chiva, she lays it in. 67-22.
And that's how we do it, Peter.
Everything's going, Mike, for us tonight. Rebound by Gonzalez. She's been impressive tonight. Ali puts it up. Hits the rim. Out to Chiva. Over to Carviello. Back to Carviello. Just swinging it and wasting the last 30 seconds away. Pamela throws up a 3. Out to Allie. Allie puts it up. No good. Back of the rim. Out to Pamela. The one-handed rocket.
Poor Allie. Ofa.
Mike. That's the end of the ball game, and the score here is
That's a 45-point win, Peter.
Revere 67. Good to see you, man.
Thanks,
Lynn Classical 22. Mike, what can you say?
45 points. That's
Impressive
it.
win for Revere. Got everybody in the game. Diana's back. Let's hope this is a team that's going to play this way the whole season.
Yeah.
And that's it. There's not much to say. It's a whooping. Hopefully we have more of those during the season. It's
Yeah.
a loving in the line. People are hugging and
Well, I think there's a couple of players that they play with
Know
over
each
there.
other.
Yeah. So.
Okay, Mike, that's it. This has been a blowout from start to finish, from the end of the end of the first quarter. You've been watching Revere TV from Roland Merullo Field House, first game of the season. 45-point win, 67-22. Is Peter DiGiulio
Along with Mike Hinojosa.
saying goodnight, and thanks a lot. Remember, don't forget to kiss your kids tonight, guys. It's the holidays, but you should kiss them every night. I want to thank John Camerata, did a great job on the camera. Camerata on the camera. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Take care.